You have the chance to go explore our country for 6 months, a year, 2 years, full timing. There is just something to be said about seeing different places that you've read about, maybe haven't read about, and seeing them with your own eyes.
Hey guys, and welcome to the RV Trash Talk podcast, where we dish on all things RV, full-time traveling, and RV maintenance. I'm Danny, one of the co-hosts of this crazy experiment. My wife Melissa and I, along with our great friends Rob and Trish and Jim and Amy, thought up this crazy idea sitting around a campfire drinking whiskey in Athens, Texas.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the RV Trash Talk podcast. We are Jim and Amy of the Vagabonds, and we are joined by Danny and Melissa from Four Simple Lives and Rob and Trish from Living Like Nomads.
What's happening?
Before we get started with our awesome podcast, where is everybody and what is everybody drinking tonight? Rob and Trish, we'll start with you.
All right, we are in Falcon Meadow RV Park in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, where it is cold and it snowed yesterday, which is just absolutely crazy. But drinking, thanks to what was the bar?
Bunker Bar.
Bunker Bar. I did it again. I've got a nice little what's the name of this drink?
Missile Mule.
Missile Mule. Yeah, I am. It's been a day, so yeah, Missile Mules for both of us actually.
Yeah, Missile Mules.
And Trish just poured on herself.
Yep.
Nice.
So it's filled to the room.
Awesome. I love it. Danny and Melissa, where are you guys?
We are at Camp Margaritaville in Auburndale, Florida. And thanks to Lauren at the Tiki Bar, we have already had a couple margaritas today. So
I'm
Nice.
drinking Michelob Ultra now. I'm hydrating.
And I am also hydrated with the water of the Southern Isles of sweet tea right now.
There you go. Nice.
I love it. Well, Jim and I, where are we at?
We are just outside of Cottonwood, Arizona at a thousand trails called Verde Valley.
And it's been kind of rainy here, and but we did go to the pool and hot tub today and yesterday, so cheers to that. Oh,
Nice.
I'm drinking.
What's in the glass?
I'm drinking Buffalo Trace Bourbon Cream.
Ooh,
That was
fancy.
interesting.
And I have myself a neat pour of Evan Williams.
Nice. Very good. Very good.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Tink, tink, tink.
So we're going to do things a little bit different this week. We have a special guest, actually two special guests, mother and daughter duo, Sandie and Rebecca. And I have known them. Well, I've known Rebecca her whole life, known Sandie 22 years, and they have recently been living life on the road full time as mother and daughter. So we thought it would be fun to have them on our podcast, ask them some questions, get their perspective of maybe not a typical situation of people you see living on the road. I'm going to let them tell us a little bit about themselves.
Hello, I am Sandie. I travel with my daughter, Rebecca, and we started middle of September 13th. After some life changes, we currently have a 28-foot Winnebago, and I pull it with a 2500 Chevy Silverado.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm traveling with my mom. I just graduated high school, and now we're seeing this beautiful country. We have our dog, Finley, and our cat, Grey Cat.
So, Rob and Trish, you want to start out with some questions for Sandie and Rebecca?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So one of the questions we had was, what part of RV life do people glamorize that you have found to be underrated or overrated?
Crap, you started with a great question.
Yeah, that's a good question, right?
Let me have prepared, whatever. I don't know, because I kind of jumped into RV life. I didn't have a full-on plan when we started. Life changed, life happened. I got a divorce. My child graduated high school. I didn't want to live in the town that I had lived for the past 12 years. And I didn't know exactly where I wanted to live. So I thought if I could travel and see a little bit of the country, then I could at least figure out what felt like home again. And I could make a decision kind of based off of that. So I didn't come into it with a full-timer's perspective, I guess. I mean, I did sell everything in my house and put everything into a storage unit and completely downsize. But my thought process was only like a year, maybe 2 a year. And then now it has turned into at least 2 of just being able to explore and see the country. So, you know, we'd only done weekend trips, state parks. And now I'm left with finding all sorts of different camp styles and campgrounds and areas and RV parks and boondocking and harvest host and state parks and national parks and private parks. And sometimes that can get overwhelming of like, where do you want to stay and how do you want to spend your 3 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks time frame? But I didn't really, I don't know. I don't think I had any expectation when I left. I just left.
That was a great answer, Sandie. Danny, Melissa, do you have a question for them?
Well, yes, I do. Actually, my question is for Rebecca. So we actually travel with 2 kids. Emma is going to be 13 this year, and Jacob is going to be 10. And we get this question asked all the time. Do you actually like traveling full time? Is there anything that you miss about being in a normal kind of sticks and bricks house?
It's definitely awesome living full time in an RV. You can see a lot of stuff. As of like missing things, I definitely miss like my friends, since because it was my last year of high school, that's when I really started making connections. Living in a house compared to an RV, I don't think it's that much of a difference. Like, honestly, sometimes it's less work because you don't have to deal with the yard. You don't have to mow. You don't have to like deal with a big house and everything.
Let me ask a follow-up to that. Like, as a teenager, right, everybody, and we had 3 girls that went through that whole teenage stage, which was awesome, but they all need like their space, and you're living in essentially a tiny box. How do you deal with not having your own space?
Or do you find it an issue? Like, are you completely content right now?
I'm content right now. Like, if I do need space, I'll just probably like go on a walk or do stuff, but I don't mind always having an awesome person next to me.
Yeah, that's good.
That's so
I'm right I know, right?
All the moms are getting teary-eyed right now.
These 2 are pretty cool.
Yes,
So I just put that out there. They're a pretty cool duo.
Absolutely.
Because
we got an opportunity to hang out with them a couple weeks ago, and I got to say they are definitely cool. We had a lot of fun together.
Right. And you know, we've known him forever. And for her to do this, like, I think she's super amazing. Because I look and think if the roles reverse, I don't think I could go out and do that. Me and either Hannah or Chloe. I don't think, I mean, maybe we could. I don't know. But she's so strong and independent. Like, she's awesome. And she kicks you know what. And she's amazing.
Well,
they both are.
To interject, I have a gym. He might not be right next to me, but he has been on FaceTime with me. We have fixed things. He has walked me through. He has helped me feel confident that I could do it, even though I had some experience. We did weekends. I pulled a little, I backed in. I lived for a week in the trailer, with just me and Rebecca at one point for spring break. But if I didn't have somebody that I knew I could confidently call and they would answer and help me feel secure, I don't know if I would have done this. But I did have a gym, and that helped ease the worries that I would have.
Oh, that's awesome.
If anybody's familiar with the Seinfeld episode of the speed dial, I know I'm in the top 3. I know for a fact I'm in the top 3.
There was a lot of confidence in that answer.
So if
It's true.
So if somebody were to ask you, another, say, single mom, divorced, both of you, would you recommend doing it to somebody else?
I think divorced, not divorced, married, with children, without children, single, any whatnot. If you have the chance to go explore our country for 6 months, a year, 2 years, full timing, there is just something to be said about seeing different places that you've read about, maybe haven't read about, and seeing them with your own eyes. We were in Sedona yesterday, and I even said to her, like, there are so many people who graduate and stay in the same town, and they've been in the same town since they were born, and they don't get to see the cool aspects of our country. And there's so much, whether it's the natural, whether it's the community, whether it's the history, whether it doesn't matter what it is. Like, there's just so much to see. So if you ever have the opportunity to take a hiatus, to change your life around, to do it full time, I think you should do it. And that's kind of what this was. This was a chance that, I knew if I just got another apartment and I stayed in my comfortable little circle and I had my friends, that were still up there, not you guys, you left. But I would have been happy. I would have been fine. But I had this moment where everything was jumbled and it was up in the air. And, it allowed me to take a moment and do something for myself. It allowed me to let her see the world. If my boys would have come, we would have done things a little different and they would have come with me. But I think it's important to travel. You learn so much about travel when you travel.
What about you? What about you, Rebecca? Would you recommend this for, say, another 18-year-old young woman or young man?
Absolutely. I mean, it's like she said, like, a lot of people just don't get out there, and there's so much. And it's definitely different, like, being able to stay somewhere for like 2 weeks, or like even like we've been in Arizona for like 3 months or whatever. But like,
all different parts.
It's so much different driving it than like just flying and having like a small section that you're like almost forced to when you're just doing little trips. So it's definitely awesome, and I would definitely recommend it, even if someone did it by themselves.
Those are great answers. Thanks so much, girls. I'm going to ask one more question. It's an easy one for both of you. What are you most looking forward to next on your next journey going forward?
Well, I mean, that's easy. Quickly for me, we get to go to the Grand Canyon tomorrow, and that has been on my bucket list for as long as I can remember. After that, I get a lot of family time. I'll get to see my grandmother for her birthday and then go to a family reunion that we've never been able to go to because our kids have always been in school and I've been at work. And then spend time with my brothers down in Texas.
Becca?
Places wise, I'm definitely looking forward to the East Coast, because I've been when I was like 3, but like I don't remember that, and I'm really excited to see New York and just all the cities and how close everything is up there. So, yeah.
Well, I think that's all the questions that we had for him, but I just wanted to interject real quick. And I've been around RVs for almost my entire life, and I mean, yes, I am now retired twice, but that's beside the point. And Sandie is a very strong-willed woman, and so is her daughter. And I get accolades when I talk about you guys from not only my mom, but my sister, and just people that we meet along the road. And we kind of talk about what you guys are doing. And they're like, are you serious? So you two are awesome. So keep that shit up.
Thank you.
I was just going to add too, everything they were saying kind of took me back to our last episode when Danny was talking about living in the moment and everything. And I'd have to say, I think, one of the things, obviously when we were all together, but we've noticed this even when you're traveling with your kids, like the time spent when you're traveling is very different than when you're just living in a house. Like you definitely get more quality time. Because everybody doesn't just go off to their bedroom, or they're not having sports every night, or all these things, that are great, but that we get caught up with in normal society. So we're kind of back to really spending time with everybody. And, I don't know, just really, I think cherishing the moments more than you would otherwise.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely more family bonding, I feel. And I look back and I wish we could have made it happen when our girls were little. But, the world was different back then. There wasn't as many online jobs and stuff that there is now. But I'm excited that they get to do it. And I'm excited Danny and Melissa get to do it, and their kids being so young.
for sure.
I have another question.
Who's not surprised?
You guys have been this relatively new. I mean, you've been at it since September, so that's, I mean, not relatively new. You've been doing it for several months. What advice would you give to somebody that's thinking about doing this, that's kind of nervous about it, because you've gone through a whole bunch of emotions to get to this point? I just remember even talking over the fire. What kind of advice would you give to somebody that's thinking about it or that just started out?
I would say sometimes I'm a very type A personality. I like to plan. I like to kind of know what's ahead. Unfortunately, this whole last couple of years has taught me that I can't go with life that way anymore. So my motto kind of changed into that's not a right now problem. I'll figure that one out later. And so I think in that, I've learned just to jump and trust the process. There's been plenty of nights where I stress a couple of days before a move day and I'm Google mapping and looking at road perspective of like, am I going to be able to do that? And then you get in the car and you just do it. Just like with moving into our trailer, we did everything backwards. I sold my house first. I had a trailer. I had a storage unit. We had our cars packed up. I had friends' houses that were filled with our stuff. And then I bought a trailer. And then I bought a truck. So in that sense, I did things backwards. I didn't get to slowly move into a trailer and make sure everything fit and was perfect and whatever else. Everything was backwards. And so in that sense, like, because of that, I mean, sometimes you just got to jump. You just got to, I knew I didn't want to stay there. I knew this is kind of what I wanted to do. We had to take one day at a time and we just had to go. Everything will work out. Everything will be okay. We've pivoted. There's been a couple times that we have completely pivoted because the fridge wasn't keeping cold and I needed electric and we were boondocking at a golf course and we couldn't stay. So we get on our computer and we find another place and we drive to another place that I can plug in and call Jim millions of times going, what's going on and why isn't it working? And what could it be? But you know, you're gonna pivot. Things are gonna go maybe the way you think you're gonna go, the way you think you have planned. But I think even if you're scared, you just got to jump. You just got to take that first step and little by little, everything will work out. And then you find yourself, you know, in the middle of the Sedona red rocks and you are just in awe and you're like, how the hell did I even get here? Like, how did I get here? How did I make this work? But you're seeing something that you've never seen and it makes it worth it. It makes all those little frustrations and all those uncertainties worth it.
Awesome.
Sandie and Rebecca, this is the question that we ask all our guests. The question is, what is your why? Why are you on the road traveling with your daughter? What is the reason behind this lifestyle? What's your why?
I think to kind of circle back to what we've said before, my why is that we were in a big life change and it was an opportunity to ultimately, for me, it was an opportunity to find a new place to call home. I think eventually I do want another house. I do want a yard. I do want a place where my kids and my grandkids, hopefully, can come visit and hang out and be with me. But I didn't know where that would be. I grew up moving a little bit, and then my kids grew up moving. We got settled in Washington. And although Washington has some great aspects, July to September, the rest of the year is hard. And, you know, I've made some good friends there, but I wanted to explore somewhere else. And when everything kind of started happening with the divorce, I knew I needed to make a decision and I didn't want to throw a dart on a map and move somewhere and be unhappy. So I figured if I could explore, hopefully I'll get to a place that will feel like home and then I can put down roots again. For right now, it's just exploring and seeing as much as I can. I was prepared to do it solo. I am grateful that my daughter went on this journey with me. She's a big help. And we have lots of fun together. And so it's giving her an opportunity to figure out what she wants out of her life. She finished school and wasn't quite sure where she wanted to go and what she wanted to do. So I'm hoping this gives her an opportunity to kind of see different life, see different areas, see different cultures, see different jobs that could be available down the road, and see different places that she would like to live. And just give her a little bit more time instead of rushing right into the rat race of life and jobs and everything else that comes with that.
So that's an excellent answer. Thank you so much. And
Yes.
Rebecca, kind of the same question. What is your why? Why did you go ahead and say, yes, Mom, I want to go on this venture with you?
I wanted to go on this adventure because I also didn't necessarily just want to stay in Washington. Like, I've always loved to travel. I wanted to travel. Like, there's so much out there, like in the U.S. and outside of the U.S. But it was just a great opportunity. And because I didn't know what to do, like, my only option would have either been to like go find a random college and just hope I can find something I like while wasting a bunch of money, or getting a low job just to start getting money or whatever, or I could go see the country and learn a bunch of new things.
Excellent. Love your answers.
I think you made the right choice. Both of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on and being part of our podcast. We appreciate you greatly. We hope that this is inspiring to other people out there that may be listening and may be wondering, could I do this journey? There's lots of ways to make it happen, and this is one of them. And hopefully this helps somebody.
Thanks for sharing your story.
Yes, for sure. It's been
Yes.
great to get to meet you guys, and definitely appreciate you guys for coming on tonight.
All right. Back
Great.
to our regular scheduled programming. Does anybody have an oh boy moment for this week's episode? Okay,
Jim,
we'll go with
do it.
Danny and Melissa first. Danny and Melissa. any
Danny
oh boy
was the
moment?
first.
Do we have one?
Yes.
We do?
No.
Oh, no, I didn't think
right
we did.
now.
Jim, hit it.
I didn't think
Hit
we
it.
have.
Get it, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Man, I don't. Which one's? Man, we have so many of them right now in our hopper. You really need to like subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch some of our videos, because some of them are coming out pretty soon. Which one do you want to cover? Just happened a couple days ago, and it's actually in conjunction with the truck trailer repairs. And I got done doing a repair. Front door is open, and I start hearing a noise, like a clicking, pounding, but like soft pounding. I'm like, what is broken now? What did I forget to do? Because, I mean, I had to take a tire off and a drum off with this repair. So, again, that's in a future episode. So I got done with it, and the trailer's all leveled out, and I hear this noise, and I'm like, oh, crap, what's broke now, right? And so I come into the house with the trailer, and there's a hummingbird trying to fly through the window to get out of the trailer.
Oh, damn.
So, and of course, you know, I mean, we got windows throughout our RV, like a lot of RVs have nowadays. And so this poor bird is like beating itself up against the glass trying to get out, and he ain't going nowhere, buddy. So I'm closing blinds so it's not trying to get out. The door, I got the door wide open trying to get the bird out. And I mean, between the header of the front door and the ceiling is about 8, 9, 10 inches. And that bird was like 2 inches from the ceiling the whole stinking time. And I'm like, how do I get this hummingbird out of our trailer? So I gently was able to knock it out of the air, if you will, with a dish towel, and it came low enough that it actually saw that opening and left. And it's like, yes. So yeah, it was like,
Nice.
I don't need a bunch of bird crap in my trailer.
No
This one's
kidding.
going to die because I don't have any food for it. It wants to be
man.
free. It's got a family to go home to. Yeah, I felt so bad for it.
No kidding. Oh, man.
What are your home?
That's
boy.
horrible.
Poor
So we had.
hummingbird.
You know,
Rob, what about you and Trish?
You want to tell it? You can tell it.
Yeah, I'll tell it just because I'm the one who found it. So we just traveled from Arizona to Colorado this last week. And first of all, thank goodness we decided to leave early because we avoided all that rain while traveling. But we get here and I put the slide out and I come up here to look, and all of a sudden I see something on the floor and there's blood all around it. And I'm like, what is going on? So I come up here, and it's always an adventure when you put the slides out, like, things shift while traveling. And so I come up and I look, and it's an egg. So, and I'm trying to figure out, how was there an egg? Like, because it was just like a round spot. It didn't smear or smudge or anything on the floor. So I'm trying to figure out, first of all, where in the world did this egg come from? But then what kind of an egg is it? And for anyone who does know me, they know, like, two things I hate the most are snakes and spiders. And so I see this egg on the floor, and my first thought was, coming from Arizona, oh my God, we're going to have a snake. This is
we have to burn the rig down.
Yeah, we're going to burn the rig down. That's it. New rig. Anyway, after a little research, I called Robin because I'm like, if I don't just show this to him, he's never going to believe me. So I show it to him, and we start examining it. He makes me take pictures, and we end up finding out that it actually was a lizard egg. We knew it wasn't a bird egg just because it was like really kind of spongy.
Soft and spongy, yeah.
So like where a bird egg would just crack. But so it was a lizard egg, which actually made me feel way better because had it been a snake egg, I don't know if I could have slept in here that night, for sure. But yeah, on a totally side note, it's not really an oh boy moment. It's just it's an oh yay moment.
It's an oh yay moment.
Our oldest daughter got engaged yesterday. So we're very excited.
Yay! Woo! That's awesome.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Very cool.
Cheers.
The mobile homies, you can find them on Instagram.
Yep.
And YouTube and
everywhere.
All the things.
Where were the mobile homies when they got engaged?
They were in Scotland.
Romantic.
Funny, like he planned it out. He had videographers there. He had photographers. He did a really good job. I'm looking forward to their announcement that they make. So it should be cool.
And it's funny because we were with Jim and Amy and Sandie and Rebecca recently, and we found out about that he was going to be proposing when we were with them, and we were dying to say something, but we were like, we're not supposed to say anything. We got to be quiet. So it's been so hard because, here we were playing cards with these guys every night and we just couldn't say anything. Yeah.
Hey, Rob, the most important question is, did the male side of the mobile homies give a call to Rob and ask for permission?
Oh, he actually showed up. Like when they actually came down, and Trisha and Jordan went on a little trip, and then he sat down and asked me. So it was cool. He was super excited and super nervous, and he did it right though. I gotta say. And the thing is, he's a great kid. We love him to death. Yeah, we've known him for 7-8 years almost. So, yeah, and he's a good kid. I'm super excited to bring him into the family.
Yeah,
congratulations, mobile homie.
Yes, congrats.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Cheers.
All right. Well, then let's move on to RV maintenance and repairs. Does anybody have any of those kind of stories for this week?
Yeah, I'll give you just a quick one. Anybody that's looking to get an RV, whether it's new or used, spend the money. You're spending, I'm going to say, a minimum of 30 to 40 grand, if not up to $1 million on a rig. Take $1,000 and get it inspected. When we were in Lake Havasu, I got called out for a couple that just bought a brand new Super C. It was I don't remember the model of it or the make of it right now, but they did not get an inspection. I show up there, the refrigerator was not mounted correctly. As they were driving on the road, it basically popped out. The door, the back window was when they installed it, they basically bent it so you couldn't open or close it. There were so many issues with this thing that they had a warranty. We went through the warranty company. It took the warranty company almost 2 weeks to finally get back to them. And unfortunately, like I just left and they finally approved all this stuff. So I lost out on a huge job, but just take the time, and in the grand scheme of things, you're spending $30,000 and up on a rig. Spend the extra $1,000 and get it inspected. It will save you so much heartache and so much, just so many issues that come up with even new rigs. Just spend the money and get it done. And trust me, it will make your life a lot easier. So.
And how does one
That's
find
all.
an RV inspector in their area, Rob?
You can go to rvhelp.com, and I'm going to plug these guys because I've actually talked with them a couple times now, and I've actually gotten jobs from them, and it's definitely good. It's a place where you can go put in where you're at, and you can find a spot or find a local tech or local inspector that can help you guys out. So rvhelp.com, yeah, definitely worth it for sure, and it's free.
All right, everybody. Well, I think that wraps up this episode. It was great. Another thanks to Sandie and Rebecca for coming on to our show. Thanks to For Simple Lives, Living Like Nomads, Jim and Amy. We're going to bounce right after I tell you my quote of the day.
What's the quote of the episode or the quote of the day?
Ooh. Apples to apples, peaches to peaches. So are the days of our lives. Peace out.
Hope you guys enjoyed this RV Trash Talk podcast. Please subscribe and join us as we navigate this crazy full-time RV lifestyle.